AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
But speaking of Charles Barkley, one of the biggest Knicks haters in the last several years, he thinks the Knicks are the top challenge for the Eastern Conference?
I don't like his glasses.
Hold on.
Y'all like his glasses?
Yeah, I
like his glasses.
He be looking crazy.
Right. Is that a real pic or it's like edited up?
Nah.
No, that's the video. He looks great. I'm gonna play it.
OG.
And then he fixes it, and it still looks the same.
OG, he wears those glasses every interview. Dan Patrick, Rich Eisen. I don't care who he's talking to. He puts on them glasses for them. Oh my God, come on.
Sixers went out and armed themselves. They got a lot better. But man, I really like the Karl-Anthony Towns trade for the Knicks. I really do. I do. Because I think that his size, his shooting ability, the pressure, he don't have to be the star. I really think so. I give Wes and those guys credit for going out and get him. And hopefully this will put a chip on his shoulder too, to be honest with you. Be like, oh, y'all didn't want me. And hey, Jimmy, you know what it's like playing in New York.
Yes.
You got to come there. He got to come there like, and be really pissed off because like I think it's a great piece for the Knicks.
Why would Jim Jackson know what it's like to play in New York?
Yeah, I was about to say what Jim he talking to exactly.
You talking about Jim Jackson, but
Let's
go to our resident.
Hey, hold on, you ain't slandering Jim Jackson over
Let's
there.
go to our resident Jim Jackson.
Why not?
Why
not?
Because you're not. Because you're not. That's my guy.
That's his guy. That's his guy, AllBall.
One of the best commentators out there in the game.
He said so.
If it wasn't for that ankle injury, Jim Jackson would have been even better. Watch your mouth, AllBall. Ohio State's finest.
I came back from my ankle injury just fine.
At the Brawny Arena.
And you see my career right now. What y'all talking about? I want to hear that. Yeah.
That's OG's move now. Fuck that. That's it.
Magic move. To me, Barkley's always a gambler. He always takes the gambling side of things. But I mean, is this a sign of the times where he's coming on our side, going to the dog side? What do you guys feel about Charles Barkley endorsing the Knicks?
I mean, for me, it feels kind of weird, to be honest with you. Because Big Shot John Morant, y'all stay over there. Stay on that side. You know what I'm saying? But we've been saying it up here. We're not the laughing stock no more. We are actual destination. We're fun to watch. We're exciting to watch. And now the Knicks are clickbait. Simple and plain. But eventually, when you're an analyst and you play the game, eventually you have to tell the truth and tell it how you see it. It was a great move for us. And right now, New York Knicks is scary. We throwing a monkey wrench into the whole system. Nobody ever thought that eventually the Knicks will get it together and we will make a run to becoming a championship contending team. And that's what we're doing. So Barkley has to tell it how you see it. He kept it real about the Brunson situation. You know what I'm saying? And then now with the Cat situation and watching us, seeing what we did last season, then now the addition of Cat and Mikal Bridges, you have no choice but to be honest and say, yo, man, they making the right move. They going into the right direction. But it does feel a little weird because, Barkley is used to just dogging us, disrespecting us, and giving us no love. So, for me, I just want everybody to keep it real and don't seem like they jumping on the bandwagon. Because like I said, once we popping, I guarantee you, watch how many of these analysts is going to act like they've been down with us when it's only really been one, and that's Kendrick Perkins. Everybody else, they starting to hop on the bandwagon because they see, it's about us right now. So it is a little weird to watch Charles Barkley, with those are the official grandma reading glasses to show us some love. And I wouldn't think he would like the Cat trade because, him being a rough and tough guy in the NBA, physical, and the myth about Cat, everybody love Randall and it's his toughness and him being a bulldog in the China, whatever that saying is. So I would, bull in the China shop. So I would think Barkley would relate more to us wanting to keep Randall instead of us going out and getting Cat. So it was a little weird, but maybe he's understanding and now coming along with the times. The game ain't that physical no more. And if you got a big man that can stretch the floor, listen, sky's the limit. So I'm just appreciative that these analysts and these former players is starting to talk about the Knicks in a respectful and good light. And it's not trolling. It's not being disrespectful. They starting to see it for what it is, that we are forced to be reckoned with. So, it's a little weird, but I love that now, our organization, our city, we getting our props.
AllBall said it perfectly before I came on. The Knicks are clickbait. We were clickbait. Remember Knicks for Clicks was a thing? It ain't changed. I remember Chris Herring was on the KFS podcast, and he was telling the story about because he used to cover the Knicks for the Wall Street Journal. And he said, of all the sports stories, the Knicks ones would get the most clicks. Even simple shit like Knicks signed this dude to a 10-day. Knicks may make a little move in the starting line. Little things like his editors will come to him and be like, yo, can you write something? He's like, all I got is this. I ain't really much. He's like, nah, put that in there. Because listen, we move the needle. All the people that call us irrelevant and we don't matter, I'm like, listen. Like Reggie Jackson said, they don't boo nobody. Right. We can't be that irrelevant if you are always talking about us. Listen, I said it all the time, that everyone loves the Knicks. You either love us or you love to talk about us. So look, inside the NBA, I have a love-hate relationship inside the NBA. I will not shed a tear when it's gone because it stopped being about ball a long time ago. They ain't got nothing to do with, and it's not just the Knicks stuff. It's the bullying and they don't watch the game. They pull stuff out, whatever. But you know what? Listen, if Charles wants to give us our props and he sees what we see, then more power to him. Right. To your point, AllBall, listen, like John Moran says, stay on that side. If you switched up, stay over there. Like, if you don't lose people, if you watch the ascent of the New York Knicks and you still on lazy bullshit, they'll never win because they're the Knicks. They just then all right, you stay over there. But if you're going to take an objective look at what we're doing and how in 4 years we have turned this team from we were supposed to be the worst team in the league to a title contender. Listen, man, you gotta pay attention. So, Charles, congratulations for finally seeing what we already knew.
Flea, what was your response to everything that I said, and do you have a different perspective?
I mean, I kind of share a little bit of Shawn's sentiments in that I will miss inside the NBA only because of that's what I grew up on, the nostalgia of it and just, those guys being gone away. But the fact still remains is they up there, and a lot of it is more entertainment than actual basketball analysis, right? Educating the fans, educating the people that may just be casual fans and don't understand the game. They can get away with that up there because they don't have the four of us sitting there like, yo, you gonna teach us some stuff or what? You got to understand who he was sitting in front of just now. He's sitting in front of Jim Jackson. So he can't lie. He can't not tell the truth. He got to be real about what he's looking at. And what he's looking at is, yo, we have gotten better. There's no way that you could find a way to hate on this team right now with what we've done, or like I said, over the last 8 months. When you talk about trading for OG, when you talk about trading for Mikal Bridges, when you talk about trading for Karl Anthony Towns, all of these things have happened within the last 6 to 8 months. Charles Barkley, you can't go and sit in front of a guy that calls games regularly, is really in the thick of it in terms of, away from the entertainment aspect of trying to be a sports commentator and actually, educating the fan. He couldn't go there in front, is what I'm saying, with Jim Jackson. And so he had to tell the truth. And the truth is, yo, the Knicks are going to be a good team. The Knicks are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 contender for winning the championship this year. It just is what it is. Either y'all get with it or y'all don't, right? But I fully expect Barkley to walk back what he said, because he's not going to be able to go on that TNT set and say that with his chest. He's going to get pushed back from Shaq. Kenny is never ever gonna be like, yo, I'm all in on the Knicks. He started doing that goofy shit about wearing a little bit of the colors during the playoffs, trying to play in our face. Like, y'all, you got to start taking us serious, right? So I'll be more impressed when Chuck is sitting in front of Ernie, Shaq, and Kenny singing our praises. In front of Jim Jackson, he got to tell the truth.
Nah, well, that was well said. That was well said, because I didn't think about him being in front of Jim Jackson. Because Jim Jackson, that's my guy. And Jim Jackson doesn't play that game. He really doesn't go on there on first take and stuff like that. That's not his thing. His thing is just being is he the Sacramento or the Clippers announcer?
Clippers.
And I love when he breaks the game down. But the thing with Barkley for me is I don't think he's really a liar. I think he's just a gambler. And he's always betting on somebody, and he's just telling his frustrations through the TV. Last year, they hit it on the nose though with Indiana. I don't know if they had inside information, but I don't know if it was because of the Tibbs thing, or he played the play was going to run to the ground and everything like that. They happened to hit it on the nose, but they were dead wrong about us, like what we really were, healthy. We were way better than, to me, in my opinion, we just were the best team in the league. Healthy with Iheart and everybody, Randall, and we didn't get to see Mitchell Robinson with that lineup. So I'm glad to see the tides are turning. What I don't like is I don't feel like what everybody's feeling now. We felt that in January. I didn't need no supposed superstar to come here to make me believe in none of this. I saw chemistry. I saw basketball being played. We have yet to really see that yet. We see one game against the Wizards, another game in the pre. That's it. And Cash showed up. And okay, cool. I'm still not convinced yet. I still got more to see, like you be saying, Fleet. So I ain't convinced, and that's why I think Barkley's kind of lying right now.
If he played like garbage, you would quickly come up here. AllBall would quickly be up here talking about, oh, I don't know about this trade. In 2 games against Charlotte and Washington, the way y'all are, y'all would have came up here and said, what is he doing? Is he asleep at the wheel? Why is he not? He had 25 and 12 last night. We got a post from AllBall. Like, come on. Like, y'all would have came up here. Y'all would have came up here and said, yo, what is going on if he didn't show up against them teams? So, come on.
Anybody that know me, and big shout out, Shawn with the W, man. Appreciate the love and support, man, coming up here with us. Anybody that know me, I can't wait to curse somebody out. So that's me. Listen, I'm bipolar when it comes to sports, and that's what real Knicks fans are. We will love you today, and then tomorrow we will be ready to trade you and your whole family back to Minnesota. So, it's all fun and games, but I think now what Barkley and a lot of analysts have to do now, they have to do their job. Because before, I always said this, they was being lazy. Barkley would tell you, I don't watch the games. How many times has he sat up on Inside NBA and said, I don't watch this stuff? So these guys are still analyzing. Their mindset is still from 5, 6, 7 years ago. That's why they still pick certain teams every year to win the championship. That's why they still say, well, Golden State Warriors have a chance. The Lakers have a chance. No, they don't, because they not doing their homework. Go ahead, my brother, if you want to respond to that.
No, it's funny you say that about Golden State, because in 2015, that season, Charles was on TV all year saying, Golden State ain't no jump shooting team going to championship, and he will pick against them all the time. So what I say that to say, a lot of these dudes, especially these older dudes, they used to things being a certain way.
Tomorrow, 7:30, same bad time, same bad channel, AllBall TV, man. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.